Welcome to Planned vs. Rogue After Hours, the show where we show you all the things that happened when we weren't filming. And today, it's a whole city we're going to be talking about. Where are we today, Katie?
We're in Blaxland.
No, where the episode? Where are we talking about the place?
Oh, Bologna.
Beautiful Bologna, the capital of the Emilia-Romagna region of North Italy. Almost 400,000 people live there. It has the world's oldest university. It has the red portico walkways, which is why one of its nicknames is the red one.
Mm-hmm.
What's its other nickname?
The fatty.
Because of all the food.
Yes.
Katie, in a sentence, why did we go to Bologna?
Because your therapist recommended it.
Oh my gosh, you're right. I had a therapist who said that she really liked Bologna. She's Italian-Australian, and she said it's a really nice place. That's right, we went.
That is why we went the first time. We returned to Bologna because we loved it the first time we went.
When you're traveling around that part of the world, there's a lot of big cities. In Bologna, it's nice and smaller. It sort of feels like a chance to relax a bit and be able to blend in a bit more and live as a local. That's what I like about it.
And it's got some of the best food in Italy as well.
It's amazing food. For our accommodation there, we stayed at an Airbnb. It was owned by a company. We stayed for 5 nights, 832 Australian dollars.
We stayed in Via del Fratello, which is the party street of Bologna.
I think as soon as you said there's a place on Fratello, I was like, book it. Fratello doesn't really open until like the evening, but we went there during the day once in a previous visit and everything was shut. But the roller doors open at night and all the places are out to play. Almost all of them are bars. You can't talk about Bologna without talking about the food. Bolognese,
Tortellini,
crescentina,
bar snacks.
lasagna.
Is that from Bologna?
Yeah, on 3. Our favourite place to eat in Bologna. 1, 2, 3. Trattoria Sergei.
It's just got really good traditional rustic food. The service is nice, but it's not over the top. Pricing is, it's not cheap, but it's not out of this world expensive.
I like Sergei because it's so cozy and warm. It's so completely unassuming. Whether you want to go in there for just a bit of pasta for lunch, or you want to go like we did for the salumi and the primi and the secondi and some dessert, you just have a great time there.
I remember thinking when we went back this time that it couldn't be as good as the first time and that I must have built it up in my memory, but that wasn't the case. It was even better.
So Sergei's a really good place to go like once in your trip, but one place that we went to I think 4 times over the 5 days we were there was Brewery Zappa on the Fratello. They got so many pizzas and they're all so good. They're all made there. They also brew all their own beer.
Yeah, I think we tried almost every pizza and I think we did try every beer by the end of the 5 days. Every night I think ended up back there. And even if we weren't hungry, we had a pizza.
That's another food you gotta have in Bologna.
Probably the crescentina.
How good is that? It's like a little fried disc of dough with all sorts of stuff in it.
First ones we had were the little ones on like a trio or whatever.
Yeah, they were fine.
I don't know how many different things the name refers to, but when you go to Bologna, you can go to 2 different places at least with 2 different forms of it, but they're both like a stuffed fried dough.
What are some things that you like about Bologna you can't put in your mouth?
I think with the porticos, it makes it a really different experience to walk around. I'm pretty sure it has the most, or like the longest stretches of undercover walkways in the world. It's just a great city to walk around and admire the differences of it compared to other cities in Italy.
Some people might be surprised by the graffiti, but it's a uni town, people are being creative, and look, they even put some of it in English for the tourists. Some really nice public squares, beautiful public art. It's not a big city. You could walk around the whole thing in a day and you'd really enjoy yourself and work up an appetite too. People are lovely also.
Yeah, very friendly people, which I find across Italy from where I've been, but Bologna is I think the first place we went to where we really had that stereotype of like, come and eat and join us.
Previously, we had trouble getting anything for dinner because it was quite late, and one bar basically fed us all their bar snacks. It is definitely a place where you can go to a bar and there might be a chance that people just give you, you know, good food for free. Usually, yeah, the younger people there speak English pretty well, but like when I had to get my shoe repaired, we were across the road from that old shoe repair man, and even though I don't speak Italian and he didn't really speak much English, we were able to come to an understanding. Katie, describe your perfect day in Bologna.
Well, I would probably skip breakfast. I'll go somewhere for an espresso and a shot of water on the side. And then I would walk through the main squares in the city centre. Hopefully they've got some markets going, and just buy some little snacks along the way. And then I go probably to Trattoria Sergei for lunch, and I would block out like at least 2 hours for that. That would be a long lunch, hence why I skip breakfast as well. I'd go home for a riposo. Then I would go out for aperitivo. I maybe would do that in the city centre. I would do that in one of the nice squares with a view of, you know, they've got some amazing Italian sculptures, famous sculptures around the city. Then I'd make my way to Fratello, and I would go to Zappa, have some beers, have some pizza, and then I would just crawl my way along the rest of Fratello for the evening, go to Biblioteca Bukowski because they're very friendly there, great range of Italian craft beer, and then I would probably either get a gelato or a crescentina. I think I'd have to get a crescentina. It would be a fatty day, but that's what you go to Bologna for. And I would do it all on foot, so that will offset it by 0.5%.
I think that your day is a perfect day.
While we were shooting our series, we had to build in some holidays. We had to build in some breaks from filming, and Bologna was a place that we specifically chose for that reason. You can relax there. There's plenty to do, but it is also just so laid back, so much fun. Go with no diet at all.
That's a great tip. Don't have a diet. If you're dieting and you must diet while traveling, don't go to Bologna. Go to Milan and try on some dresses. That wraps us up today for Plant vs. Rogue After Hours in Bologna. I've been Benny.
And I'm still Katie.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And that one too.
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah.